So before we move into questions and answers, because I know people then at a certain point have a tendency to start filing out. And so the question for here is, now that we've walked into this world, what's next? And so we wanted to make sure that we just capture that, or at least who to talk to after this is over. Linda, what are you doing way over there? Come here, come closer, closer. Okay, that's close enough. We, out of a meeting that we had, a summit last fall that a number of us attended, you may see the Stillheart Declaration floating around the room. There were local days attached to that summit where we talked about how can we really create these ideas of rights of nature in the context of the Bay Area, how important it is that we have, we're so fortunate here to have so many indigenous leaders to teach us how do we reconnect with our ecosystems, even in an urban setting, with people who are working on solar and on alternatives. We're so rich with all of that goodness. We have, I think, an opportunity to really set an example for how do we begin to move forward in this new paradigm, in this new way of living. So out of that came the Bay Area Rights of Nature Alliance. So I'm going to pass it over to Linda just to talk about how to Yes? No? Okay. To get involved. And then I'll just say that if you're interested also in the community rights piece and the rights of nature piece, like putting it on the ground locally, like Mendocino is right now, they have on the ballot an ordinance that would assert the rights of the communities to be the people to make governing decisions, not corporations. Sorry, Jeff. That strips corporate rights, including personhood, away from corporations that would want to do fracking in the county of Mendocino, and it recognizes the ecosystem to be free from fracking. So there are communities that are actually moving toward this all across the country and right here. And if you're interested in talking more about that, please come talk directly to me at Global Exchange. And the other thing is that we're really trying to create this shift together as Bay Area. This is sort of the inaugural event of the Bay Area Rights of Nature Alliance, or BARONA, as we say. And I'm going to let Linda talk about further engagement with that. So I really appreciate all of you being here for this very first kickoff of what we hope is a long-term friendship. Great.
Thank you. And I'll just be brief. The Bay Area Rights of Nature Alliance is open to everybody. Just if you're on Facebook, if you just search on Facebook, Bay Area Rights of Nature Alliance, and like us, then you'll get information about upcoming events, things you might be interested in. And if you're not a Facebook person, like a number of folks are today, then that's not a problem. Just come see me or Shannon or anybody here, and we will get your name or sign up on the sheet outside. And there's lots of information outside that we encourage you to visit as well afterwards. And in addition, a lot of the folks who testified here today are linked in on that Facebook site as well, so you can find out more about the good work that everybody's doing. So with that, I think we want to hear a few minutes of what you have to say, and because we only have one microphone, perhaps you could stand up and say your question nice and loudly, and then we'll repeat it for the record through the microphone, and then you can ask it to any of the judges, or some of the expert witnesses had to leave, but there's some